It's been just over a century since the fight for the control of Çanakkale province, also known as the Gallipoli Peninsula. And Turkey is remembering the victory and its losses this week. During the First World War, Allied forces, including Britain and France, launched a campaign against the Ottoman Empire to threaten Istanbul and open supply routes for Russia. But instead, the Gallipoli campaign was a decisive victory for the Turks and launched the political career of modern Turkey's first leader, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. Well, the Ottomans were fighting alongside Germany in the First World War. Britain and its allies planned to knock them out of the war by taking the capital, Constantinople, now known as Istanbul. The plan failed. Well, let's take a look at how it unfolded. On the 18th of March in 1915, the Ottomans repelled the Allied forces who had been trying to push through the Strait of Dardanelles and advance on Istanbul. The British and French troops then began a new offensive in April with support from the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, otherwise known as the Anzacs. The British Empire also enlisted soldiers from Ireland, India and Newfoundland in Canada, while the French brought in colonial troops. The Allies had aimed to capture Istanbul and link up the straits to Russia, which had been fighting on their side in World War I. That would force the Ottoman Empire out of the way and isolate its ally in Germany. The Ottomans won the campaign in January 1916, but at the cost of more than 250,000 casualties, while the Allies suffered 150,000 casualties of their own. Well, Iolo Ap Dafydd joins us from Çanakkale now. Good to speak to you, Iolo. The centenary was marked last year to commemorate the first battle of the Gallipoli campaign. What's different in this year's event?
I'm not sure. It was very different because it's been almost a packed stadium here. The last parade is walking past behind me, and it's been quite a big commemoration, almost a celebration, because of all those facts you've read out. This is seen as a very significant victory for the Ottoman Empire and very significant for Turkey to remember why this was a successful day on the 18th of March in 1915. Quite a different celebration, or a commemoration probably, to how the Australians, New Zealanders and many of the Allies would feel on April the 25th, of course, when troops landed on the Gallipoli Peninsula. The focus here has been, yes, to commemorate those who died, but it is to show that Çanakkale spirit, that how important that is for Turkey today as well. And we had speeches referring to that, including from President Erdogan himself, who said that some of the bombs and some of the terrorism that Turkey has to face today, actually there's a linkage to that spirit of Çanakkale 101 years ago.
Iolo, you touched on it there, but how much significance and importance is attached to the event?
I think it is becoming more important, and there's an argument and there is the debate by analysts and historians that Turkey now sees the 18th of March and this commemoration as being more important, more and more important, than more is written about it. A full stadium here an hour ago to listen to the President, and also there will be another visit by the President to the Martyrs' Memorial on the Gallipoli Peninsula. And some people would argue that this distracts maybe from the tens of thousands of people and soldiers who died in the Gallipoli fighting over 8 long months in very bad and atrocious conditions, and also, of course, at the same time in April, the beginning of the deportation of the Armenians in the east.
Okay.
So it's seen that the Turkish government is carefully approaching how it wants to celebrate the 18th of March here in Çanakkale.
Okay, Iolo Ap Dafydd from Çanakkale. We'll leave you there, and we'll leave you with live pictures of this parade.